Oh, I think I'm live. I did not mean to go live quite yet, but that's all right. Have you been told there's something wrong with your thumbnails? There are 5 common text mistakes that you might be making, and let me try that again. And I'll be sharing how to fix it using Canva. Bear with me today because it's been a little while since we've gone live. My voice is a little off, and there's a lot of traffic going on outside. But as they say, showing up is better than not showing up. So let's try to see what we can learn today. If you are tuning in, I would love to know where you are learning from as I finish getting StreamYard set up to share the slides in Canva. All right, let's see. First thing we're going to do is add this slide. Oh no, that's the last slide. Let me go back. It's the first slide too, but all right, here we go. Gosh, I seem smaller. I think that StreamYard's changed a couple things since in fact, let me I think they've changed a couple things since the last time I streamed because I'm looking smaller over here in the corner. And that's okay. It threw me for a loop. I was not expecting it to look like that. That looks normal. See, look, it's been a while since I've streamed. I'm getting distracted. Okay. All right. So, what are some problems? We're going to go over each one of them one by one. And the first problem that people make on thumbnails, thumbnail word mistakes, is the sizing of the words are just too small. Because most people are looking at their thumbnails on their phone, when words are this tiny, it's really, really hard to see it. And so let's go to this. And I'm going to look at this as example. I'm going to look at different thumbnails and show you how to fix it. Some of these, all of these were templates from Canva. And some of them I made a couple tweaks to make mistakes on them so that you could see them. But bigger is always better when it comes to text. You want big text. And this right here is too small. It says 5 tips, healthy foods. The words itself needs a little work. And I'm going to show you what I would do if someone sent in this thumbnail and said, help me, what should I do? The first thing I would do is I would get rid of all of these except for this one. And like I said, bigger is always better. I would adjust this image so that it's bigger. And then I would adjust the words so that they're bigger too. So I'm clicking shift on my keyboard and selecting all of these things. And then I'm going to drag it. Well, apparently I clicked the wrong thing. So let me go back. And I see that we've got a couple people. I did not realize we had anybody here. Hello, thank you for joining us. And it is great to see you too. All right, let me see. I tell you what, I'm going to get rid of this because I'm really focused on the words and I'm going to highlight the words here and just make them bigger because bigger is going to be your friend when it comes to thumbnail text. Geeky Girls Journal also is popping in to say hello and learning a little bit about Canva. And we're going to change the words here. Tips, healthy food. What about 5 healthy salads instead? if this one's about specifically about salads, then we're going to position them like that. And then look what we can do. We could actually take and we want to create a box so that you can actually read the words, but I'm going to make it just a color that maybe is in here. I think that will work, right? So then you've got it, 5 healthy salads. Now, this is not what I would personally do, but it is an option. You definitely want that big image, but also big words. 5 healthy salads. And this is very, 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 very simple to do. Mine even could go like this to where healthy salads is just in a smaller box so that the salad has a more prominent role. And Marianne and Eileen, look, it is great to see you guys. So yeah, that's what I would do with this one. When the text at the beginning was super, super small, I would blow it up. I would remove all of those options and just have one photo instead. Now, the next thing, the next mistake that people make, let me add this. Sizing is bigger is better, right? The next mistake people make is using the wrong font. And you might think, how are fonts wrong? Well, if you can't read them, then they're wrong, right? So let me show you what I mean, because you can't see this right? Like I can't even tell that that says wrong font because the font is so wrong that someone couldn't read this on their thumbnail. So using the wrong font is a huge mistake that you can fix, and you can fix it simply by using a sans serif font on your thumbnails. And these are 6 different examples of great fonts to use on your thumbnails. And I'm going to show you an example of that in, I just lost my brain. My brain just flew out the window in Canva. Let me add this to the stream. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And we're going to go here, wrong font. Here's an example of a thumbnail that has wrong font. And this particular font is called Cooperative Scratched. And while it's a cool looking font, it's a cool effect, it doesn't read. Like when I looked at this on my phone, I couldn't read it at all. So what you want to do is click on the arrow and you would change the font to something else. And so all I do is search for sans serif fonts, and then there's a whole bunch of different options here that might be better than that, like rock. Well, that one's might be a little, that I don't really like that one either. Let's see here. What about Noto Serif? Chunk 5. Chunk 5's not bad. So we're going to go ahead and change all of them to that and then go ahead and pull that out. I don't know. Oh, that one's for the C on music. So rock music playlist. Now this is a much clearer vision. Oh, look, see, you guys have me covered. Smash the thumbs up button. If you were finding value in today's live stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know that you want more live streams like this one. Okay, let's see. And I had some good samples. Let me tell you some of the samples that I used. Here it is. Garrett Extra Bold is a really, let me type that in the chat. Garrett Extra Bold is a great thumbnail font. It's this top one here. Nord Bold is another great font. I also really like Love Low as a font for YouTube thumbnails. And Barlow Black might be one of my favorites of all of these. Is a great font to use for your thumbnails. And this one's called Lucille. And I'm typing all of these in the chat so that you can find them in Canva. And then this one is my favorite, of course, because it's the one I use. I use one called Anton. And the fun thing about some of these fonts is you can even give them, like this one, I could double click and give it a bold and it would make it even bolder for a thumbnail. Some of them you cannot do that, but this Nord Bold, I can add an extra bold. This one, Lovelow, I can't add a bold to that one. But in Barlow Black, I cannot, but Lucille, I can. And Anton, I cannot. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on in the chat before we move on to the next big problem, which is a huge, huge problem with YouTube thumbnails. Let's see. We've got Geeky Girls Journal in the house. Thanks for joining me today, learning Canva. And my buddy Marianne is in the house. Marianne got up bright and early at like 4 a.m. to join a live stream that I was watching earlier on the StreamYard channel. And then, of course, my fellow Canva champion, Eileen, stopped by to say hello. Maybe she's still watching. And Adam is here. Thanks for joining me. Says, I want to check out all these AI apps that YouTube gurus are recommending for titles. Okay, so today's focus is on thumbnail mistakes, 5 thumbnail mistakes that people make with the words. However, I am going to click the star button because I do want to show you a couple things, Adam, when I finish with this, if my voice is still holding out. But yeah, so those are 6 great fonts. Oh, and this one is called Open Sauce. Open Sauce is another font for thumbnails. Let's see here. Oh, look. Oh, Gabriel, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to star it because I definitely want to show you how you can put the glow around a person. And I will get to that in just a minute. But I just want to say thank you so much for the super chat. It really, really, really helps. I appreciate it. Okay, and Debbie and Jai, everybody's in the house, everybody's chatting. I love it. But these are some great, great fonts to use for thumbnails. All right, let me go back to the slide here. All right, who has this problem? You are using way too many words for your thumbnails. I can't tell you how many times I see a thumbnail, and I myself had this problem too. So it's not just other people. I had this problem. I thought that I needed to use my title in the thumbnail, or I thought if I didn't say it in text, then my thumbnail didn't read it. Like, I just thought you need words, 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 more words. But here's the thing. Less is more. Less is more. Use fewer words. So Debbie says, me, I've improved but need to get better. Marianne, I had this problem for a while too. Yeah, so less is more. All right, so I actually found a whole bunch of templates that had this issue. And these are templates that are in Canva, but they're, oh, see, look, see, I'm glad I looked to the left because I realized I was not showing my screen. All right. So these are templates that Canva has, right? But they have way too many words on it. And I got this little note to myself said bonus, no subscribe or watch now on thumbnail. So I'm going to remove the comment because look, I have never seen a thumbnail that had watch now or subscribe on it and went, oh, I definitely need to subscribe to the channel. That's not what does it. So you do not need that on your thumbnail at all because it's not going to get you subscribers. What's going to get you the subscribers is the quality of your content and whether you are giving your audience what they need. So we're going to just get rid of that because that's going to get rid of several words right there. And I'm not going to fix this thumbnail, but I just want you to see that first, this word is too small. Computer Hacks by Avery Davis, how to fix bug on your computer. That is way too many words. How to fix a bug on your computer might be a great title, but it's not great for a thumbnail. You want fewer words. Does anybody have any suggestions about what words I could put on this thumbnail instead of Computer Hacks by Avery Davis? Oh, by the way, this is a great font for YouTube thumbnails. Let me, let's see here. Grotesque Grand D is the font on this thumbnail. And this is so that you can look them up if you are interested in these fonts. And yeah, so Gabriel says, yes, I fight to keep it simple. The more simple it is, the better. The quicker it is to understand your thumbnails at a glance, the better it is for your audience. And Parody Pug Gaming is in the house. Thanks for joining us today, Parody Pug. All right, let's see here. Fixing your PC. Thanks. So, yep, let's go fixing your PC. Now that wouldn't be great because it's in another thing, but fixing your PC, or if someone's got a Mac, then something like that. But then less is more. And guess what? Then you can add your bigger font there so it's easy. Let's look at this one. It's got too many words. By the way, this one uses Anton. This is my branded font that I use on my thumbnails. How to invest in the stock market. And then it's got Lars Peters and investment. That's way too many words for a thumbnail. You need 2, 3 at the most. Sometimes you can get away with more than that, but really less is more. So maybe stock market investment. So something like that, except for I'm going to make it all white. I know I've got them backwards, but I'm trying to get them done quickly, not investment. Let's see. Let me, so I got a new keyboard. My keyboard's working fine, but I have not been able to find a mouse that works well while I'm streaming. Stock market investment. And then I would get rid of this. All right. If anybody's got any great mouse recommendations, especially ones that would be a wired mouse for small hands, um, that has a lot of wrist pain, let me know because I would love to get recommendations about that. I love the way this mouse feels, but it's wireless. And the other one is it hurts my hand. The one that we just bought, that's supposedly the same, but it's a little bit bigger. And then here's another one that's got way too many words: 10 tips, healthy eating habits. And then, as if that's not enough, in small letters, 10 tips, healthy eating habits according to 5 dietitians. That's way too many. It needs to be three at the most. And then it's got nothing about healthy eating habits here, right? Like, I wouldn't know that this was about healthy eating habits without actually reading it. So that's just something. I'm so glad, Gabriel, you don't hear the traffic. It was really bad at the beginning, but it's sometimes it's worse than others. You might be hearing the heater now. And Amy says, um, important to have those ergonomic mouse for creators and also those height aspects at the desk to reduce tension. Yeah, so one of the problems is I'm short. So I've got my computer chair as low as it will go so that my feet hit the floor. And then I've got my chair set up so that my hand hits the mouse in a decent way so it didn't bother my wrist. But yeah, I just need to figure that out. But I don't want to spend a lot of I don't want to waste money. Like, I wasted money on this mouse. So, all right, let's see here. Before we move on to spacing and positioning, I do want to go back to the comments. Oh, let me hide that. I do want to go back to the comments because I want to, first, I want to answer this one. How do we put a glow around a person? So I'm just going to go with this person right here. Let's see. Is actually, so let me just grab a person from the elements, right? Let's see here. Wow. All right. This image, excited, shocked young woman. So the first thing I'm going to do, and let me hide this. The first thing I'm going to do is take this image and this edit image and remove the background. So that's step one. That does require Canva Pro. If here's where the pitch comes in, right? You feeling me? If you don't have Canva Pro, that's okay. I've got a free trial for you in the description that will give you access to Canva Pro free for 30 days. But if you're not ready for that step yet, I get it. I wasn't ready for the longest time. You can try Erase BG to remove the background from your image. It's not as great quality as what Canva can do, but it will work in a pinch. All right, so we're going to get out of this. And so here we are. And one of the things that I mentioned already is that text is too, you need your text to be big. You also need your people to be big, and you also don't need your people to be floating in midair, right? So if I had a thumbnail and she was cut off right there, like, that just does not look good. And that's a very, very common mistake with YouTube thumbnails. And so what you want to do is make sure that your person is pretty big on your thumbnail. But let me show you. If I do that, then she will take over the background. So I'm going to leave her small at first. And watch this. Edit image. Here in search effects, what you're going to do is type in shadow. So this is a shadow effect. And depending on the type of outline you want to do, you will use a variety of different things. I don't use the same shadow effect every time. However, a solid border, what you would do is click glow. You would click it again so that the control panel comes up, and you would change the color. I like to change the color first so that I can see what I want, especially if I've got a dark background like this. So let's say that we want a white outline, maybe. All right. And then if you want a solid glow around the person, you would take the transparency and move it up to 100. And you would take the blur and move it down to 0. And at that point, you can play around with the size to get the outline how you would like it. So I just here used 8 because you don't want it to be big. And then you click apply. Now, the box around her is transparent. If I click C on the keyboard for a circle and I put it behind her, oh, I accidentally got rid of her. Let's try it again. And I put it behind her, you will see that you can't see, it's transparent. So that's how I add an outline to a person, and then I would put her over here and make her larger. So I hope that helps. And let's see here. Let's see what's going on in the comments. That second mouse looks too big. Yeah, so we thought that it would be about the same size, and we got it, and I really wanted to like it. I really did. And even after I put it in my hand, I'm like, that's too big. I said, set it up anyway. And within 10 minutes, my wrist was hurting as if I'd worked on my computer for 10 straight hours. So that was not going to work for me. Unplugged it. It was a waste of $8. Now that's not a lot, but you can see why I'm nervous about trying to find different different mice, because I'm worried. So we've got an idea for one, but we don't have the budget yet for it. So we're going to see. All right, let's see here. Amy says, I love Canva Pro as well. That's lovely. You have a free link for others. Okay, let me I'm going to go ahead and drop that link into the chat also. So if you need a free trial by Canva Pro, and Parody Pug Gaming, and I believe Parody Pug Gaming actually clicked my link, and I really, really appreciated it. It showed up for me yesterday or the day before or something like that. So thank you so much. Can the box go transparent? I'm assuming that you're talking about that it's got, let me just grab a gradient so you can see that she is transparent. Or maybe you're talking about this. Maybe you're talking about this box right here. I'm just going to go with a black box. And it's another feature in Canva. And you can click this border style and click border weight. And I'm going to leave it at black. I don't know how big it is though. And then I'm going to click the solid and I can make that transparent. I could even give it a little corner rounding like that. And so that's a pretty cool trick too. And that's a free feature. Smoking Ivories, piano player. Almost everything we've ever done artistically for music, including album covers, has all been done on Canva. Fist bump. Or as Nick Nimmo would say, high five and fist bump to you. Is anyone shocked by how much she's learning about Canva here? All right, let's see here. I love on how you do your templates text. Thanks so much. That's one of my favorite ones. In fact, speaking of thumbnails, I'm going to get back to the planned topic here in a second. So Logitech mouse, small, and that's what this is. That's what this is, and it is too big. It's too big. I need a wired one because for some reason, this wireless one, this is the perfect size for me. It fits in my hand perfect. I've never have wrist problems with it or anything, but I'm having a lot of trouble, especially when I'm streaming, with it actually doing what I'm asking it to do because we moved our router and our cable modem upstairs. And so now the wireless signals are kind of interacting with each other. So the mouse does not know exactly what to do. I can't see. Let me go here and see. Yes, I see. You know what? That actually in the chat it looks like a dab, not elbow cough. That's awesome. And Smoking Ivory's guitar, piano, bass, vocals. We got some music makers in the house. Parody Pug uses Canva for shorts, thumbnails, channel logos. Wow, I can't speak. Logos. All right, let's see here. And Adam, I've not forgotten you. I will get to it, I promise. Let's go back to this. Less is more. So remember, fewer words the better. Spacing and positioning. One of the things that drives me nuts is when something is really spaced poorly in terms of word. And in this example, I really exaggerated it. You see how my letter spacing, my letter spacing is too wide and my line spacing, the words are too close together and it's positioned in a really bad spot on this frame, right? This one, oh, looks much better. It is positioned all to the left. It's positioned in the middle of the thumb, or rather in the center, no, in the middle of the thumbnail area or in the slide, right? So let's add this to a stream. You got to see a sneak preview. All right, so this is a template in Canva. There's a couple different things that I could say that are not correct with this thumbnail. The first thing I would actually do would be blur the background if I were going to use it, because I think that when it's like this, it just stands out. The background stands out too much. But anyway, now that I fixed that, the problem here is that your eyes go straight to weight loss first? Possibly. Actually, my eyes go straight to the salad. And then I have to really work hard and look over to the right and I see weight loss. And then I scroll up best diet plan for. And so that quickly, let me show you how to fix it. First thing I'm going to do is collect. So I'm using my mouse, left clicking, and then I'm going to select all of these items here. And I'm actually, for now, going to click these three dots and group them because I want them sort of in the same position. And then I'm going to move them over here to the left. And then I'm going to take this and move this over here to the right. And again, like with the person, you don't want the hands in midair. You want, if you're going to have hands, you want them so it's not chopped off in the middle of the thumbnail. So position it at the bottom. And then we're going to get this here. Now we're going to ungroup this so that I can play around with the texts. Okay, let's see here. Parody Pug has a great idea. I'd put diet plan and curve it at the top of the bowl. We're going to try that in a second, actually. That's a great idea. So Control D, and I just copied, I made a duplicate of it so that I could play around with it. This is another great thumbnail tip. Duplicate your thumbnails so that you can make different versions to see what you like better. So, okay, I know why this person put their salad there instead. I know why they put it there instead. It's because the arm gets cut off right here. So that's why they did it. So I'm not going to complain about that, but let me show you a little trick. We're going to click flip and flip horizontally. And that way the edge is no longer harsh. It's reversed. It's a reversed image. Let me star Parody Pug's thing just in case, just in case my brain forgets it. Best diet plan, let's star that. And real quickly, Adams, so my computer is hardwired in, but because I've got the microwave not too far away and I've got the router and modem here, I think it's the router and the modem because those have just been recently moved up here because it's in the same room. That's where my mouse is having trouble. It's conflicting with each other. So almost everything is hardwired into my computer except for this mouse. So yeah. If I flip, I'm pointing the wrong way. You don't want to flip it. All right, so Parody Pug, I'm assuming you're still living because you're in chat, but I'll see you in a little bit when I'm working on the curved text for this, I'm sure. But yeah, so let's take this best diet plan for weight loss. And the first thing we're going to do is change alignment to the left side. Up here at the top, beside the uppercase, is an alignment tool. But I did like best diet plan. I did like that better. So diet plan. I don't know what I think about that. We're going to make that black. Watch this. I start getting in, when I start designing, I get real quiet. Okay. And I like my personal preference is instead of doing alignments like line spacing with more than one line, I like to create different text boxes, best diet plan, and then we can make it bigger. I would probably use a different font. Let me chunk 5. Yes. All right. We're going to get diet plan on a third row. And I'm going to make it the same size by clicking these 3 dots and clicking the paintbrush. And then I'm going to click. Are you ready? Your mind's about to be blown. Plan. Hit the like button if that just blew your mind. And Gabriel, thank you. Thank you so much. It really means more than I can say. I really do appreciate it. Gabriel just blew me away. All right. Best diet plan, right? You don't even need the 100% verified. We're going to select these and I'm going to click position up here. And there's a space evenly for the vertical. So we're going to click that and everything's aligned to the left. I'm going to go ahead and group them because I want to position them in the middle of this thumbnail. And I would really like to move this up some, but I'm not sure that it's going to work. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Something like that. So I think something like that would be a little bit better. But best diet plan. Let's see. Let's go like this. We're going to Parody Pug. Should I wait for Parody Pug to get back from his home health nurse visit, or should I do this right here? I tell you what, let's look at a bowl of salad. Okay, let's look at this bowl of salad. Let's just give it a different look, right? Let's get rid of this. And then best diet plan. You can't see that because it's really tiny. Look, when I said don't use small text for thumbnails, this is what I'm talking about. Let's go to chunk 5 and then make it uppercase. And we're going to see if this curved text will work. Aha moments, duplicate and paintbrush. That paintbrush is amazing. The other thing, Marianne, I'm about to blow your mind here. The other thing that's amazing is I can right click this and there's a feature called apply colors to background, and it will apply colors from your photos to the background. Look at that. We can do it again. It's going to give different apply colors to page. Look at that. Apply colors to page. I love this. All right. I don't like that color though. I'm going to make it another color, I think. Let's just go with that. All right, so best diet plan. Let's go to effects. And down here is the curved one that Parody Pug was talking about. And instead of it being what it is, it's 79, we're going to go like this, maybe at a 45. We'll see. And then I'm going to click this spacing bar, which is right next to the effects, and give some letter spacing to let the words breathe a little bit. Best diet plan. It might not be perfect, but it kind of is a cool look. Even if you didn't use this for like a thumbnail, but you used it for like a slide in the video, I think that would be very, very cool. Hopefully, Parody Pug will ask me about it. Let the words breathe. Let the words breathe on a curve, right? You do not need, oh, that's line spacing. Whoops. You do not need your words all close together. So this is another spacing and positioning problem. You don't need your words all close together. You won't be able to read them. You can let the letters breathe. Let them breathe. It's not necessary when they're not on a curve, right? Like that, actually, that's not bad either. That's not a bad like spacing between the letters either, but definitely on a curve, you want to get your curve right. And you want to make sure that your letters have space to breathe. Amy's takeaway, that cool transparency border around an image. Got to try it. You know what? If I've got time at the end, we'll look at that some more, and I'll show you some of the other cool. I'll basically go into my thumbnail things and show you some of the things that I use as well for that. All right. Help me remember to show this to Parody Pug. Lisa, it's so great you're here. Thank you for watching. Tuned in late, I'll have to rewatch. All right, I would love for you to be able to rewatch this. I know that sometimes my rewatch is not as clear as it might appear on the live. But what I like to do is actually do a condensed version of the live stream. Sometimes I don't have that option. I think I press local recording. I think, but I like to just do a condensed version of the live once it's over that might be out in like a couple weeks. But yeah, so that's fun. All right, let's see here. All right, Debbie says, great tip. I need you to be specific. Tell me which tip, because I've been kind of throwing knowledge around here today. All right, another big problem, and let me add this, is words do not stand out. And you'll notice that I did this slide this way on purpose. You can't actually read it. Words do not stand out. Words do not stand out. All right, let me get this back. Here is an example of a thumbnail template. And this one, okay, I thought that that was the direct one. Oh, I think this was right here. So this thumbnail actually is almost a template that the person used. And I just, wow, it needs some help. And so we're gonna help it a little bit. All right. The first thing I'm gonna do for this is change that effect. I'm gonna click effect and I'm gonna get rid of the splice effect because it is not helping this thumbnail. And then because that, it made it black. So I'm gonna change it back to a yellow. Let's see. I don't know which yellow to do. Let's go back. Let's type in yellow. Yep, let's go with that one. That one is color FFFF00. Or you can type in yellow and the color and it will pop up here at the top. So slowing it down. let's go here, slowing it down. I don't want to change the name of it because I'm assuming that this is a music song, right? And I'm going to get rid, well, now I'm just going to move it here for a second. And one of the things that I don't know where that was. One of the things that I mentioned was positioning. And sometimes the positioning of the image can affect the positioning of the words. All right, so we're going to double click this and I'm going to slide it over again. Like I just slid it over. Instead of it being over here, slid it over and then click done. Here we go. Amy, it's funny that you mentioned that. So, what I've been working on today is creating a Google form so that people can submit their channels for me to do a thumbnail review. I know that I won't be able to do a whole lot of them, but I thought that it might be fun. And so, stay tuned on the YouTube community tab because I will be sharing that probably next week one day so that I can take a look at thumbnails. All right, so here we go, slowing it down. So now, do you see how I kept the text in the same spot? You know, I moved it up here, but I moved the person over so that that helped the look. And then the next thing I'm going to do is change the line spacing. Now, this line spacing, I think I'd already changed it a little bit, but I think it needs it a little more so that the lines are closer together instead of further apart. That's going to help your audience read them better. So, slowing it down. And maybe this might be the exception where I say 2 or 3 words. This might be an exception where I say it's not, you could use more than that because it's a music video, right? So might would do something like that. I might would use railway again. So let's click the 3 dots, click paint, click that. So, but yeah, this is that's how I would sort of fix that. So let's go over these things one more time and see with this. I didn't need an effect, right? Yellow was the effect. It really makes it stand out. All right, let's look at real quick. Let's review what are some problems on YouTube thumbnails. Thumbnail word mistakes, the sizing of the words. Me personally, I would put the actual album cover for that song versus the actual text. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. When we get to too many words, I'm going to talk about that too. Sizing of the words. So make sure that your words are not too small. Look at it on a phone. When you're designing them in Canva, open up your mobile app on your phone and see how it looks. If you can't read it, then your audience can't read it. All right. Bigger is better. The bigger the font, the better the font. Oh, wow. I just had a flashback to Burger King. Burger King used to have this commercial, and the commercial was the bigger the, I'm going to have trouble saying it. The bigger the burger, the better the burger. The burgers are bigger at Burger King. I used to say that all the time, but bigger is better when it comes to thumbnails, when it comes to people's images, to whatever images you want to use. And so bigger is better. Using the, you don't want to use the wrong font. You want to use the right font. You want to use a sans serif font. These are samples. In the chat, I listed some examples of some fonts and some fonts that you might want to use. And in fact, let me do everybody that showed up live. I'm about to do you a favor, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. These are sans serif fonts. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go and create a design. Here we go. Here it is. So did you just see that? I copied from one design to another. Did you see that? One design to another. Control C, Command C. I opened up a new design. One page from one page to the other. And I'm going to call this one, do not delete this, because I don't want to accidentally delete it. I'm going to click share. I'm going to click template link. I'm going to click copy. And then guess what? I'm pasting it into the chat. Let's see. Did it actually show up in the chat? I think it did. And basically, you can open up this Canva template and you will be able to see these fonts, including the bold actions that I took on some of them, right? So this is only for the live audience. I'm not going to put this in the description. So that just means that anytime you see me go live, I might do something like this. It's better to be here live. All right. So what you're going to get in addition to that, let me go ahead and duplicate the page. So I've got a rectangle here and I actually locked it. I locked it. Let me get rid of it. But you'll get this gradient too, because this is a gradient that I can't even remember how I designed this particular one, but it is one that I uploaded into Canva. I can't remember if this was an original image from Canva and I tweaked it a little bit, but absolutely. Cha-ching king. That's really hard for me to say. I can say bigger the burger, the better the burger. The burgers are bigger at Burger King, but I can't say cha-ching king. Yes, it does suit February. You're right. This is a good one. All right, so let me show you a couple things that you can do with this. So right click and you can detach image. And this is what the image looks like. It's actually a square image, right? So let me go ahead and duplicate this bad boy. And one thing you can do is change the color on it. And I'm trying to think. I'm gonna add I'm gonna add this to the stream because I need to check something real quick. Because I think that this video is not coming out for a while. All right. I've got a video coming out on February 13th called Custom Gradients, and I've got a video coming out on February 15th called Canva Thumbnail Gradients, and you're definitely going to want to watch those because you're going to learn some techniques to create gradients, and you can use those gradients for your thumbnails. So you might think, oh, gradients, I don't need gradients, but you do, because look how pretty. All right, let me... do not delete this. And while I'm changing this, you might see the changes that I'm making in the back end. That's why I duplicated everything. Let's see here. Add to stream. All right, so one thing that you can do is take it, and I actually did some adjustments to this one already. So we're going to click Restore Original. Why is it not restoring the original? All right, let's take this and reset it. So here was the original that I made. And then I made some adjustments and then flipped it like this. So that's one thing. The other thing you can do, and let me take it to this bright one again because I like that one better. And let's show color mix. This is one of the ways that I use to make adjustments. So let's try this one with parakeet or sangria or even amethyst, marmalade, that marine, Arctic. This one's a rainbow looking color. This one is that with a glow. But watch this. I'm going to click parakeet. I'm going to click it again. And then look, I can change the hue this way. So that's just another way that you can use that. And you can even take this. Oh, I saw something. I noticed something this morning when I was looking. Here's frames. But up here, let me search for a curve. If you scroll here, you can actually click frames and you will get all frames that have a curve on them. So let's say that I wanted something like this. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I can left click and slide this right in. So that's just a really cool look. Let's apply colors to page. Let's switch it around. And let me show you this. Amy's got to run, but it's going to finish the stream when I return. Yay. And then let's see if I can turn this. We're going to make it black. I'm going to right click and send it backwards. And so it gives it just a really cool like look. I don't know. I love playing around with gradients, and I could play around with gradients all day long. Hence the reason why I'm coming out with 2 tutorials in February that talk about how to make gradients, how to change gradients after you make them, and all that sort of thing. But yeah, let's let me get out of here, and we're gonna do not delete this, and we're gonna go back to home page. And let me see what's going on in the chat. Actually, let me go back to my stored comments. Adam, I've not forgotten. You may have left. I did. I'll be honest, I forgot a little bit, but that's all right. I want to check out all these AI apps that YouTube gurus are recommending for titles. All right. So I've got a couple videos on that, actually. I've got a couple videos on it. I mean, you're not going to believe it, but I've got a couple videos. Let me show you where they are. Let's go to my channel. Look, I'm live. Let's go to the videos tab and scroll down. All right, this is the video you're going to want to watch. It's called Master YouTube Titles with Canva's AI Generator. So I dropped that one in the link in the chat. And I don't know that I did one specifically on Chat GPT. I can't believe I said it rightly the first time. I think it's in this one. Learn Canva techniques to boost your YouTube channel. I think it's that one. So let me put that one. This one has a bit about Chat GPT in there, and it's a condensed version of a live stream I did a few, like maybe a month ago. So I've got videos. I do videos on Monday and Wednesday. I try to do my live streams on Friday, but sometimes it just my health doesn't allow for me to do that. Or if it's raining, I can't stream because my internet really stinks when it's raining. Um, I'm trying to do shorts. Um, I'm trying to do shorts. I always say that every expert was once a beginner, and I'm very much a beginner shorts creator. So I'm I'm trying to get better at it, and I'm using my phone to I'm hold on, my brain just stopped working. I'm using my phone to record things in the mobile app because I want to get better at that too. And so I'm just doing those. I'm trying to get them done on to post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I try to go live on Fridays. But as you see, sometimes I just can't go live. I think it was the week after this, I went to go live and I had zero voice. So I can't teach if I can't speak. And so I do it when I can, basically. And I try to give 24 hours notice that I'm going live. All right, let's see here. Look, I'm dying to click this notification. Okay. And you also, I try to keep everybody up to date as what's going on the community tab. So that's always a great place to look. And look, here's the vote. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. 18 people voted. What is your biggest YouTube thumbnail struggle? Leave me a comment. Using the wrong fonts. Hopefully, I fixed that for you today. Using too many words. Hopefully, I helped you with that too. Using the wrong spacing or positioning for words. Not having the words stand out. So it's across the board as to what people's struggles are creating YouTube thumbnails. All right. I'm not going to click that notification live. I'm not going to do it. All right. So, chat GPT is great. And I do want to highlight what Cha-Ching King says. AI is a terrific tool, but in its current iteration, it just can't think outside the box at all. I love AI for helping me hone my ideas, but it isn't standalone. That is 100% true. Whether you're using Magic Write in Canva, which is a great tool, or you're using Chat GPT or any other AI tools to help you with your channel, you have to have some basic knowledge in order to be able to use them appropriately. And you also need to humanize them as well. A while back, I did a poll asking my audience which title resonated with them the most. I generated one with Magic Write on Canva, and I generated another one. Oh, trying to go to Facebook. Um, I generated another one on ChatGPT. And then between all of the options I was given, I came up with my own title. And most people chose my title. I didn't tell them which one was mine. I just gave them the option. Which one do you think is the best? So if you don't know where Magic Write is, the AI title tool in Canva, then you'll go to Home, you'll click on Docs, and then click Doc to start writing. And in your dock, there's a plus sign here. You will click it, and then you can click Magic Write. Now, here's the thing about Magic Write in Canva. Uh, Free users only get 25 times. They can only use it 25 times at all. That's not per month, that's not per year, it's period. So if you have a free account, you can only use this tool in Canva, this Magic Write, 25 times. If you are on the pro plan, then you can use it 75 times every single month. I've not run out yet, but I don't use it all that much. But you can really utilize it. So, what if I wanted to title today's live stream, or I'm thinking about the condensed version of today's live stream? Then, what I would do is, um, please give me 15 YouTube titles talking about improving thumbnails with better text. I don't know. We're going to see what it comes up with. I'm going to press enter, and then we're going to see what it spits out. And while we're doing that, I'm going to look at the comments. So I'll look at that. Helps with my dyslexia, but I only use it on net subjects I know about. Yeah, so it's a really great tool, especially if you have some struggles with writing. I love how polite you are with AI. I mean, it's pleasing. Thank you. Okay, let's why is it? There we go. I want to make these bigger so that we can all read them a little better. Okay. So, increase your views with better thumbnail text. Easy tips for crafting. Ooh, that's a great word. Crafting. So, one thing with the docs is there's not an effect. It does not appear that there is like an effect tool. Like, there's no effects for the docs, it looks like. So, I couldn't do that. But easy tips for crafting. I really like that word though. So, crafting. I might have to use that. Great thumbnail text. How to attract more attention with your thumbnail text. Make your thumbnail stand out with great text. The art of writing engaging thumbnail text. And that's pushing it a little bit. But do you see? So these are all great options, and I'm going to look at them later and see if any of them work for my condensed live stream. Where is the chat GPT again? Now, I'm going to pull up my little sample font. Why don't I go like this? We're going to pull this up while I try to pull up chat GPT. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I can tell you the website, but I've got it set up. I've got it set up to stream or to show Chrome, I think. I don't think it's going to show this. Ooh, that is really ugly color, Chat GPT. What? I'm trying to get into it first. Yes, Chat GP is OpenAI. And by the way, OpenAI, it's the same. Magic Write is also OpenAI. I need to, this is funny. I need to verify that I'm a human In order to use an AI, I need to verify that I'm human. That's funny. I need to click and verify that I'm human. That's funny. And they've had a recent update. Let me show you. It says we've upgraded the ChatGPT model with improved factuality and mathematical capabilities. I mean, that's how I feel. I have to prove that I'm human. That's too funny. All right, so apparently it's going to show it to me. So here we go. So this is ChatGPT. Now you do need an account, but it's free. I think that they do have. I think they do have or are going to have some paid versions, but we're gonna so Canva Canva's is called Magic Write. This is something different. It is Chat GPT. And I'm going to copy the link. No, I just had to click a button that said that I was human, which is funny because a robot could do that too. Huh? My husband's calling. Sorry, honey. I'm live streaming. All right. So now I could do the same thing. Please write 15 YouTube titles about improving thumbnails. I'm just going to leave it at that encourage a click from my Canva audience. Let's see what they say. Where is Canva Magic Write? Magic Write is, I'm letting it work. It's working in the background. Magic Write, if you go to Canva and you go to Doc and you click the plus sign and you click Magic Write, that's where Magic Write is. So it is only in the documents. Elaborate. Help me out. My brain. I think my brain is like, we've been going for an hour and 18 minutes, so my brain is starting to it's starting to fry. All right, here we go. So it's been writing and it's got, wow. These are some great titles. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to copy them and I'm going to put these bad boys, Chat GPT. I'm going to put these bad boys here. And we'll see. They're a little lengthy for me. I would want to short them. I would want to short them. They may not be quite right. But yeah. Okay. See, I knew there was a reason why I was still hanging around. I could not remember the exact. Oh, considering, oh, rewrite. Yeah. I got you. I hear you. All right, let's go back here. Let's go back to, I think it's this one, because Parody Pug Gaming, while you were gone, I did this. What do you think? What do you think about that? Is that what you had in mind with the salad and then a curved text? And what I talked about when I did that was that you need to give your letters space to breathe when they're on a curve. Because if this was on 0, it's just a little tight. And so when you give it a chance to breathe, it looks better. All right, let's see here. Okay, so here's your opportunity 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes left. What questions do you have about Canva? What questions do you have? What are your questions? Do you have questions about thumbnails? Do you have questions about images on thumbnails, text on thumbnails, effects? Oh, I do remember that I was going to show you. I remember what I was going to show you. But if you have, you ask for a lot, don't you? Going around to the right a little. Let's see. What if we go like this and rotate it a little bit like that? Look at that. Did you know you could do that? You can rotate text. Well, you know what? It really helps if I share the screen. It really helps. So let me click undo. All right, here we go. I clicked undo. Here it is. And what we're going to do is take it over here a little bit. And then I'm going to click it, and there's a little rotate button. And we can rotate it, and it's on the right just a little bit. Can you do videos on thumbnails? You cannot. Thumbnails in nature are stationary images. However, what you can do is use the thumbnail, and you can create animations on it and put that in your video. Did you see it the second time I did it? Because what's funny is I didn't even see your comment about do it again. We didn't see. I recognize it before before you said it. Yeah. So let me show you what I mean. This is my my thumbnail projects. Like I keep my thumbnails all in one project. I'm gonna star. I'm not sure how to say your name. I want to say Jai. Is Jai right? Let me know if Jai is right. I could be wrong. So this is my these are my thumbnail tab. My thumbnails for the channel, right? So like I've got one that's coming out, share thumbnail designs. You see how I use big, bold, and then I even use the outline. So big, bold, 3 words. I use a gradient. I've got person. I got off track. Let's say that in my video, I wanted to use the same thumbnail. Let's say I designed this thumbnail before I even created the video. That is kind of ideal, really. I don't always do it that way, but let's say that I did. And I wanted to put this thumbnail in my video. And let's say that I said something like, did you know that you can share your designs in Canva? Let me show you how. And then I went into it. Well, I might, instead of having me up or instead of having a faceless channel, right? In terms of if I was recording it and I didn't record me, what I might do in that scene is use this for my thumbnail, which is static because your thumbnails, you can't have an animated thumbnail. Like that's just not something that's, I mean, it could be in the future, but right now, it's not a thing. But what if I wanted to animate something on this for the video? Then what I would do is, let's say that I wanted to animate this little share icon here. And let's say that I wanted to give it a little pop animation. No. Let's see. Give it a little pop animation on enter. Maybe I just want it on enter. And let's say that I wanted to take my text and give it an animation. And because I've turned it into a photo, it you're going to see. So when I do that, you see my drawing back there. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work either. So none of these would work for mine. Yeah. I wouldn't put any, let's remove that because of how I do my thumbnails. Now, if I took that and did it differently, then it would be fine. But because I use the draw, look at that, because I use those draw dots on my thumbnail text, I can't get it. Let me click undo. Let's see. I'm gonna make this happen though. Let's go here. I don't want her, huh? I sounded like Jesse from Full House. All right, let's try this again. Why are you grabbing her? Okay, let's take this over here. We're just going to get rid of her for a hot second. I'm going to group this. Let's see if I group it, if I can animate it. Nope, that's not going to work. So I'm going to remove the animation, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to download the selection so that it is all one image. I'm going to give it a transparent background. I can do that because I've got Canva Pro, and I'm going to download it. And what I should have done was I'm trying to cover the YouTube logo there. What I should have done is duplicate this before I mess with it. Upload. Here we go. So now I can make this bigger. It's all one thing. I wouldn't normally do this because I don't need to when I'm not animating it. Animate, and now I can wipe something or pop something. Maybe tumble on enter. It went too fast. Tumble on enter. All right, so now I've got two things that have an animation. All right, here we go. So now let's say that I want to put this into my video. Then I would just download this as an MP4, this one page. And then I would also download it as a PNG so that I could upload the PNG as a thumbnail into YouTube. But then I would use the video in my video, in my actual video, so that there's some animations. So you can add animations and stuff to thumbnail designs, but they're not going to show up. You can only upload a stationary design for a thumbnail, but you can add animations and stuff to it and save it as an MP4 and add that to your actual video. Breathe. Jay. Sorry. I might remember next time, Jay. All right, so let me go back. I remember seeing one more question, and then I'm going to go. Where do you get your images for the thumbnails in Canva for the people? All right, let me just go to the end here. So what I do for my people is I just search. So like I might search for wow, and then I'll go to photos. So like here's one that I will use. I've used I've not used her actually. I've used her. And sometimes wow doesn't do it. So then I'll do like shock, right? So here's a different version of the same guy. I've used him in the past. Um, let me click this. So I just use a variety uh, people, and I do that just so that I've got great high quality images that I can enlarge. And I used to be faceless completely, and so nobody ever saw me anyway. And I use a bunch of different ones because I don't want people to think that I'm that person. Use an animation thumbnail for the first 5 seconds of the video gives it life when people click on it. Exactly. So you can add that at the beginning, like maybe just right on top of your video for the first couple seconds. And when they click and it starts to autoplay, they're going to see the animated thumbnail. Now, depending on your channel type, then it might not work that well, but it's a good option. But then, so like, uh, yep, my brain's lost it. I'm going to duplicate this one and I'm going to look. So it says uploaded, but oh, okay, here we go. Restore original. So this one actually was shocked woman. I think I actually did look for woman with clock. I was looking for someone with the clock for this one. But she already has a background removed. And so one tip. So I did stick myself in a thumbnail. This one was for my other channel. I've got a video coming out on the other channel talking about cleaning oven racks. And so I did put myself in a thumbnail, but this was actually a screenshot from that video. So it was kind of easy to do. All right, let me see. Where was I? I'm trying to find one that I know that I removed the background on, but I don't see it. But we're going to go back here and I'm going to show you this. This is a little trick too. You can click the dots up here and click cut out only and apply filters, and you will see ones that already have things cut out. And so sometimes that helps me. And I was trying to find someone really quick, and that's how I found her. Surprise. Wow. Now the filter doesn't always work, like this one obviously is not a cutout, but yeah. So that's how I do that. And I know that there was someone that was wanting to know something about something. I just don't remember what it was, and I don't remember seeing that person in chat. So I am not going to go with that. I am so tired. So that's why, by the way, if you're watching live, hold tight. I'll come jump in to chat with you in just a second. But if you're watching on replay, thank you so much for watching all of this. I know that some of it I was a little My brain, sometimes that happens. Um, but what I want you to do next is there's going to be on your screen on one side a video. Wow, my brain is really fried. On one side of your screen, there's a video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And on the other, there's a video that I think you should watch. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye. Now,